Okay. All right, so welcome to today's testimonial and for the professional volunteer program done by Aspire Coronation Trust Foundation. And would like for you to tell us how, what were your challenges, before joining the professional volunteer program, before signing up? What were your challenges and really what motivated, your organization to sign up?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to us as an organization to be part of the volunteer program.
Hello, Audrey, can you hear me?
Yes, Bamba, we can. And we just
Hello.
started off with the questions. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so we got to, because for an organization who desires to grow and to grow to a certain level, you need to put on some certain things in place to ensure that you are able to mark your growth, your steps in growing. So for us, well, we noticed that when we were asked exactly what's the gap, what gap do we need to be filled, that was when we looked at fundraising and relationship management, because we know it's key to development. And in development is continuously engaging with funders, continuously engaging with building relationship with other organizations. So for us as an organization, we felt that there was a gap in that area, because it's not like we haven't been working before. We have been doing a lot. I know for some time I've sent some of them for some of my colleagues for trainings, so they can build their capacities in the area of fundraising. Emanuela was part of the training. I think it was like a 3-course training where her capacities were built, because she is the head of fundraising in the organization and resource mobilization. And we have also been trying to maintain relationship with our donors and other partners, but sometimes we feel that maybe we weren't doing enough. Maybe that's why we're not getting the kind of desired result we actually wanted to get. So that's why, so it was a challenge to us. Maybe there's a gap somewhere that we needed to fill, that maybe we don't know exactly how to fill it up, or there's something missing. So
okay.
when the opportunity came up, we immediately grabbed it and put up that particular topic for training.
All right, thank you very much, Mary. Thank you so much for elaborating on that. So clearly, I think that also answers my next question, which is, what have you been doing to address it? So really, you've been building capacity to take on and then in addressing that particular need in your organization. So on meeting the volunteer, how did what findings did you get so far in your program? What have you been able to catch on and implement through the program? Oh, you're muted. Mary, you're muted.
Okay, let me just start, then Bambi and Emanuela can also chip in, because they were all part of the program. Okay. So for me, it was more like a wake-up call, okay, for us, because a lot of the engagement we've had so far from some of Rotundo's presentations and talks, she has been laying emphasis on some of the things we know, but weren't really putting it into practice.
Okay.
Or we weren't really doing it the right way we were supposed to do, in terms of getting in touch. If you want to get funding, if you want to build relationship, look for a contact person within the organization, try to engage them, try to get more information about that particular organization. So it's something that we have been doing, but maybe we weren't doing it right. Okay. So it's something striking. I think Ella has something to say with regards to that, because that's her field. That's her
All right, Ella, I would love to hear from you. And this is Ms. Rotendo Tanpuana, right? Your volunteer.
Yes.
Yeah, from Ford Foundation.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, from Fraud Foundation.
All right, please. Manuela, I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, before Manuela comes in,
Okay.
may I?
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It's been a little challenging because I'm in transit, but it's good that I'm able to catch one or two things in the conversation that is going on. Just like Mary is saying, our engagement with Rotendo have been quite fruitful in the sense that before we had that meeting, we were stereotyped on raising funds through proposal writing.
Okay.
But after engaging with her, we were able to have one or two other ways she felt we could also explore. For instance, looking at bigger organizations and then engaging with them at that level. I mean, we have started that through a resource mapping activity we are doing.
Okay.
We are looking at getting maybe bigger organizations who also work in the thematic areas we do, and then others related, and seeing how we can engage them, partner with some where it's possible, and then see how we can get some to fund our activity. So by and large, she also was able to open her eyes towards that direction,
Okay.
which is something we are also taking very seriously.
All right, thank you, Bama, for sharing that. That's really great to hear that at that foundation, because our only goal really is not just to fund, but also to make sure that these organizations are still trying to be sustainable and to grow, beyond just funding. And it doesn't matter at one point in time you have gotten funding from us. So on that note, so just to go on to my next question, really, did you feel it was time well spent?
Hello?
Sorry?
Hello? Sorry, I
Manuela,
had a
is that you?
network challenge. Yes, this is Manuela.
Okay, great. All right, so please.
I don't know if I can give my contribution now.
Yes.
Okay, so like we were saying, we already had a resource mobilization plan and a map, but from the program, I learned that there's also supposed to be an implementation plan, and then we're also supposed to uh, um, make a research on the funding organization, so also learn about them. So that was really very helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are just excited to hear this, because really, we weren't sure how this was going to go for you. And it's the essence of really doing this and capturing the essence of the program, because that can give us, the courage and the material to continue to recruit and find the right volunteers to support our grantees. So on to my next question. I didn't expect 4 or 5 people to really be involved in this process. We were just thinking maybe one person will be assigned, to the volunteer from your organization. But looking at this number now, was it time well spent based on manpower and time for this program, engaging with the volunteer?
Okay, from the experiences we're sharing, it obviously was a time well spent. And then in terms of having one person assigned to the program, one of our strategies is teamwork. So we thought that instead of one person just having the knowledge, it's better for maybe more members of the team to have their capacity developed in that area, and which has proven fruitful. You can hear Mary saying the same thing, I am saying the same thing, and then Ella is also saying the same thing. So absolutely, it was time well spent, more so that the volunteer also, I would say she demonstrated dexterity in what she does.
Okay.
And it has really been helpful thus far.
All right, great. Thank you so much for hearing that. And I'm sure Rotendo is going to be hearing that as well. So in this, you have been into, this is just your second month, right? You've done 2 months into the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 1 month.
Yes, we have one last session with her.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right, great. So looking at this now from this, this area of need that Rotendo is helping you address, have you discovered that there are other areas that you might need another volunteer with a different expertise to address for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we are looking at
Okay.
other
Okay.
areas.
Okay, Bamba, you
We're
wanted
looking at other.
okay, Mary,
Mary,
please
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Mary?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. We are looking at other areas also. After we have ensured that we have strengthened in the aspect of fundraising and relationship management. It has to do with in terms of capacity building in the area of technology.
Okay.
Because a lot of the world is growing, and a lot of technological development it's coming up every day. So we're looking at trying to carry out most of our activities using more of technologies. Okay, if in terms of our accounting, we know we have we're working on QuickBooks, so that the traditional way of accounting systems will be changed.
Okay.
That we, to a certain extent, will have the QuickBooks. And in terms of programming, we're trying to see how we can begin to use more of technology in our programming. So we'll be looking at building our capacities in that area, so that we have, even while we have backup, we can also learn new ways to ensure that we use technology in terms of project implementation.
Okay.
Bambi, I don't know if and Ella.
Okay, just
Bambi?
to support. Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just to support what she has said.
Okay.
Due to the COVID lockdown, we have seen the need now more than ever to move our work to the digital aspect. So I believe that after now, it will really be very helpful if we get help concerning the communications and publicity, and then other work in the field.
Okay. All right, great. So that will take note. We'll take note for that one now. So, and that question is really important to us. So we know, what volunteers or expertise to start, searching for and requesting to join the program as well. So we also want to use this opportunity to thank you for signing up and trusting ACT Foundation with this new initiative. Although it's not so new, but COVID has put in the gap for us to accelerate it, but also being taking it up this year in 2021, it's been really encouraging for the team and the organization. So running into my second to last question really is, how can we improve the program? Where are the areas of improvement you would recommend or you have spotted?
Okay, for me, I don't know, Bambi or Ella will have something else. For me, I also think the time for the program should be extended.
Okay.
Because from our discussion with Rotondo, we're bringing up so many things in terms of, okay, since we have a resource map, we have a mobilization plan, okay, how can we go about it? Because at the end of the day, let us have like an improvement to the work we already have on ground.
Yeah.
Since we have a resource mobilization question, the question she asked was, okay, what do we hope to achieve at the end of the day? We told her we want to have a roadmap to our resource mobilization and partnership, so that we know exactly what we are doing. But the time she was like, wow, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work putting that together, and it has to do with us as an organization. She will only guide us.
Exactly.
So we had to send out a lot of documents we had, so that she can look at what we have on ground and begin to know where and where she would come in. Then look at some of the things we've done and ensure that, okay, she's able to guide us right. I know at some point we sent some of the proposals we sent out and were not accepted. So for her to see the gap, she's also a grant manager in her own organization. that she can also guide us better. But we're looking at it that if we have a longer time spent with her, so I even told her that we're going to engage her even beyond the volunteer program.
Okay.
So we'll continue to engage her. Act Foundation has given her to us, and we have embraced her. We'll continue to work with her beyond even the program. Okay. So I think if they give more time to the program, we'll have enough time to deliberate on issues, to argue on issues, to move back and forth, and
all right,
the impact will be felt more.
Okay, all right, that's a great feedback.
I don't know if Ella or Babe has any other thing to say.
Those are my thoughts as well.
Okay.
If the time is elongated, I believe that we'll feel the impact more. There'll be time for us we can really now measure where we were and then where we are at the end of the program. It was like 6 months.
Okay. So let me ask, so is it just the duration of the month, or how many times you meet in a month you think should increase? Which do you think will be more convenient? The number of times in a month, or the entire duration of the program?
Okay, it could be both.
I think the duration.
Okay.
The duration and the timing, because if you have something to do, okay, after a class and after a session, and you like go back, do this, you need time to put all of those things together
and go back again.
So and go back again. So if you're giving us 6 months together with the volunteer, we can now put up a plan, because from what when we got her first mail, after we got in touch with her, she gave us a breakdown of the time she'll be meeting with us possibly. If we're both okay with that, and it was something that we both agreed on.
Yeah,
except if it's a situation where she's busy or we are busy, we have some activities, we can now reschedule the time. Just like the last meeting we to have in July, we have not held it.
Yeah.
And it's not yet. We just sent her a mail, so she's yet to reply.
Yeah.
So maybe she's engaged with her own official duties.
Definitely.
So with that, you can understand. So
okay. All right,
so I think
that's okay.
The book is fine.
Yeah. Okay, that's great feedback for us as well. And I know that fundraising and donor management is very key. It's a very huge challenge, and it's a very complicated activity, really. So we understand that this may need a lot of attention. But if you have room to communicate with us, there's always room for extension, so not both parties are okay with it. The only thing is that some people may be deprived of enjoying the pro bono services as well. But then I think it'd be great for us to see that you are growing and you're actually evolving, and your capacity is being built in that aspect in your organization. So I think I've run through my questions, and I'm hoping that maybe you have some for us or for me before we close out. I want to keep to time.
Okay, first and foremost, I would want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to your boss. I want to say thank you to Act Foundation as a whole, because what has distinguished Act Foundation with some donor organization is the interest Act Foundation has in its grantee. It is not just about giving them funds. It's about ensuring that we grow and we are sustainable. So for us as an organization, we have really appreciated that, and really learned a lot from Act Foundation. Even though our last proposal did not scale through, but I think from the interview we got to know where there was loopholes.
Okay.
So and I just want to say Madam Sia is doing well, and we are very appreciative of that. And also, I also want to just request that where there are further opportunities for learning and growing, we are available to be called upon at any point in time. We're ready to join the team. I noticed that we've sent, the foundation has also sent in a mail again, where we can have a community of grantees where we can interact and also build capacities again. Yeah. So I think for me, it's key. And that's what has distinguished Act Foundation with so many other funders.
All right.
So I want to say thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And definitely management and my boss is going to be seeing and hearing this. So so I'm glad you're taking advantage of, you know, all this opportunity we're throwing at you. And your growth is our growth here at ACT Foundation. And we hope to hear more about your success stories going forward. So hopefully let's see how it goes. And we'll continue engaging going forward. So thank you for making time for this testimonial video and for the feedback. We're going to definitely see how we can incorporate it and can impact the rest of those that will be participating in the program. So Emanuela Bamba is off already, so I will still say thank you to him, and to Mary, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, and do have a great day.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.